So, must-have item from your current collection.
Boots.
Yeah? Oh, I'm loving the stretch. We're going to do a bit of yoga in here. This is great.
Won't be able to walk tomorrow.
I'm going to hold it.
Yes.
There we go.
So these are my new platform boots.
Do you know what I love
with
about
the square
this?
heel.
Do you know what I love about this? The heel.
Yeah.
The width. Because that
Look,
you could
it
wear
looks
all
a bit
day.
like a stiletto from the side, but then you turn it round. Look.
Ah.
I don't know if you can actually see that.
I like the. I'm sure they can.
But I do love boots. I've got these boots, and I did a
Is
Western.
it an ankle?
It's an ankle.
Oh.
But it's quite high, so it sits well under your
Oh, very
jeans.
nice. Do they come in other colours?
Oh, yes.
Any strange or weird requests that your clients have been like, okay, this is my living room, but you have to have this in there, and you're kind of like, why?
Yes.
Weird,
happens a lot.
strange.
Not weird or
Kinky.
strange. Oh, kinky.
I mean, we'll go there.
No, but I would love to do
Yeah?
that brief. Wouldn't that be fun?
Have you had like a 50 Shades room to do? No.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Would you want to do
Yeah,
that?
I would love to do. I love those books.
Yes. Love the film.
I remember reading it on holiday and having to put like a Danielle Steele something over the front of it when I was reading it because you know it was that
You get
time.
the looks.
What year was that? That was like 2012.
That was a long time ago.
I mean, that was out there, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So I'd love to do a room. I haven't been asked to do one, but I wonder whether if somebody wanted that room, they would go to an interior designer, or whether they would just get the old red paint out or the black paint and do it themselves.
I don't know. I think nowadays you just own it.
Yeah,
And you
I
just
think
kind
so.
of think, I think
If
so.
you've got enough rooms in the house,
You have to tell me if you get
I'm
that,
going
that
to.
job booked.
Now after this podcast,
You never
I
know.
might get one now. I'm going to keep you posted.
Yes. Oh, you're going to get one?
Well, no, but I might get a job.
Oh, yes.
You're getting me in all sorts
Sorry.
of trouble now. My husband would
Your
love
husband's going to be
one.
watching this like, yeah. Oh,
He's
no.
like, yeah, we do have that spare room in the basement.
I want to talk about you having the title MBE.
Ah,
How does it feel?
do you know, it's been, was it 7 years? No, it'll be 8 years.
8 years.
8
wow.
years in a couple of weeks' time.
And how do you find out?
So, that's a funny story there. So, I can tell you, you get a letter through from the palace. And you get a letter through from the palace that says you have been recommended to receive an MBE. Now, it doesn't say if you've got one.
Right.
But
Okay.
It says that you've been suggested to have one, right? So I remember reading it and thinking, oh wow, this is good. But it says you're not allowed to tell anyone. So the only person that knew was my PA.
Okay.
Because she got the letter, right? And it was about 4 or 5 weeks later, and she said, I wonder when they send you the letter telling you if you've got it or not.
Right.
Because obviously we're sitting here thinking, oh, we might get an MBE, this is great.
Yeah.
So we waited another few weeks, and then she said, this is getting ridiculous.
It's
We
quite
don't
some
know."
time.
So I rang the palace.
No, hold on a minute. You rang the...
I rang the palace.
Sorry, on the invite, does it have a number at the bottom?
We had to look it up, and I rang the palace and went through
I'm loving
to the
this.
office that looks after the MBEs.
Right.
And I said, so it's just Sarah Davies here, and you know, I give all my details, and I said, I've had a letter to say that you know that I might be shortlisted to receive an MBE. I wonder when you decide who's actually getting them. And they're like, oh no, you're getting one. If you've had that letter, you're definitely getting one. So he's been worrying for 8 weeks. You're definitely
That is
getting one, right?
crazy.
So that was a relief to start
Yes.
with. Then they tell you you're not allowed to tell anybody. It's announced on the such and such a date. So it was announced on the Saturday morning. In the Queen's Honours list it was, right? It's a Saturday morning. So I wanted to tell all my family, but I wanted to tell them on the Friday night.
Okay.
Because I thought, I don't want them to read it in the papers. I want to have the joy of telling them.
Yes.
And I knew that they'd leaked it to the, but not leaked it to the press, but they let the press know because I'd been doing press interviews all week about it, so that they could put it in all of the papers on the Saturday. It would be in the papers. So I had to ring the palace again.
Love it. Speed dial.
First
At
one,
this
third
point, it's on speed dial.
rang the palace to
Yeah.
say, is it okay if I take my family for dinner on the Friday night and tell them? But I'll tell them they're not allowed to tell anybody else or post it on social media. And I remember them saying, it gets released in the news at 10 o'clock on this Friday night. So at 10 o'clock, everybody will know anyway.
Right.
So it's fine for you to tell your family, but just don't post on social media before 10 o'clock. So I remember being in the car on the way to the dinner, and I remember texting some of my groups of friends, and I said, just to let you know, there's something really big going to be announced in the press tonight about me, and
They must have thought all
I
sorts.
can't tell you what it is,
Yeah.
but I want you to understand that I wanted to tell you, I just wasn't allowed to tell you.
Right.
And I'm really excited, and I can't wait to talk to you about it, but I can't tell you, but it'll be in the press tonight. And apparently all my friends started this second WhatsApp group without me in it to try and guess at what was going on. And I remember at the time BHS was going through a real rough point,
Right.
because they told me a little bit later we'd narrowed it to two things. Either you were getting an MBE in the Queen's Honours list the next day, or you'd bought BHS.
I mean, they're both of them anyway, right?
Those are the two things.
I
that narrowed it down.
love that
I
these
said, well,
ideas.
I'm not buying BHS. I always went, I'm not buying BHS, but yes, I'm in the Queen's Honours
How
list
good is
tomorrow.
that?
Yeah, I was 33.
Oh my goodness, that's incredible.
Yeah, some people are really bad. Like they'll get online when they get in, I think, and just scroll on their phone, sort of, you know, when they're drunk in bed, when they're back with, you know, having a pizza or
Yeah.
something, and they'll go for it. But actually, I've known people buy stuff on QVC after a night out when you come in and you put it on.
24 hours.
Yeah, exactly. That's how they get you. It's the official programme of the afters, I would say.
Oh my goodness.
My
I
friend
would
bought a
love to hear
sheepskin
that.
coat
Yeah.
on QVC
Yeah.
at 4 a.m. And we were all like, you do it, this is what
I love
you
the
need.
support at 4
Yeah,
a.m.
yeah, exactly.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, I've never done that before. Right, I'm excited to experience this.
I know, it's like sort of seeing your alter ego buy something, because it was you, but it wasn't quite you, you know? It's the person that you think you are at
Do you think
3
there are items that you wouldn't normally buy
Oh, very
when
rarely.
you're sober?
Yeah.
And you kind of think, right, wouldn't normally buy this,
Oh,
but
yeah.
we can do it right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I
Okay.
think everyone does that, and they think this is who I could be.
Right, we've got Halloween, we've
Yeah.
got bonfire night,
Yeah.
we've got Christmas, we've got New Year. What's your favourite out of those four coming up?
Oh, what a question. Okay, so I can tell you I don't like Halloween.
Scares the bejesus
I don't
out
like
of me.
Halloween.
Yeah.
It scares me.
If you do actually
I
do
don't
your
like-
research on what we're celebrating,
Yeah, I don't like Halloween. And also, I'm going to sound like a bit of a fuddy-duddy here,
it's fine.
but I think Halloween is strayed too far from the original meaning, because it comes from All Hallows Eve, which is about bringing in the light before the winter starts. It wasn't meant to
Okay.
be a dark festival.
No.
It's actually a festival of light, and it's been changed.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit like on my moral high ground about that.
100%.
But then also I don't like clowns, I don't like masks.
Well, this
I
is
don't
what I was
like
gonna
sort of
come on
dripping
to.
blood head
No.
things. I don't like any of that stuff.
Well, that is, for me, my memories of what Halloween is. You dress up as something scary.
Yeah.
I mean, now I could go, you know, dress up as Scooby-Doo, and that goes.
And I do like that. And
Do
I went
you?
to a Halloween party a few years ago and I dressed up as Mr. Motivator.
No,
everybody
stop. We need
else-
a pop-up of that.
Everybody, it's on my Instagram actually. It's
I'm going
on
to
there.
find
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh my God. You know
Everybody-
he's back on TikTok
He's
doing...
back on, yeah.
Mr. Motivator's
Yeah.
back.
He's my role model.
Stop. I love... Hey.
One thing that does impress me, presenters
Yes.
keeping talking.
Yes.
I am always amazed at the information,
Yes.
the keeping the chat, keeping it going. Personally, I'd love to be a presenter on
Well, oh,
QVC.
here
Put
we
me
go.
on it, mate.
Honestly.
I would love it.
Would you audition for it?
Absolutely.
Oh my God, let's get this sorted.
Absolutely.
What would
I'd
you like
love
to
it.
present? Homeware, clothing,
Clothing, I'd love-
garden,
I would get,
jewellery.
see, things that I would not, that I would, jewellery, I think, would
Yeah?
be my thing.
Can we have a little go with your necklace?
Yeah, well,
Look right into the camera.
I mean, it's not for everyone.
No, you can't start it off like that.
We've got a, what we've got here is a leopard, which I think has been recently hunted and killed. And it's hanging on a gold chain, and on the back is it's dual use, so you can have it as a pendant, or if you're feeling like your jacket needs a bit of an edge, a little bit of sparkle, you can use it as a brooch, and you can pop it on your jacket.
Oh,
there.
I like that.
Yeah, how was that?
I mean,
Got the job.
I'd give you the job. I'd have a proper laugh with you. Any weird purchases?
I think when I used to work at school back in the day, I used to get little treats for the kids, and I've had some really weird and wonderful things. But I think probably the weirdest one is buying my daughter, and this is Ruby, my youngest.
Okay.
She was obsessed with reborn dolls. Have you heard of reborn dolls? the dolls that look like real babies. Like real babies with hair and, you know, like it even had like a magnet
Does she
inside
like
it.
horror films?
No.
Oh.
Like we searched
I
for
thought there was going to be a link
ages
here.
to try and get like a really cute one. So what they do is like they'll have like a weighted bottom, so it feels like a real
Oh
baby. The
my
head will
gosh.
wobble. Yeah. So that was the most weirdest purchase. And then when we went to America, she'd forgotten it, and
She's got a baby.
No, my husband had
Oh
to bring
my
it in
God.
his suitcase, and he got stopped at security. Like,
They thought there was a
in your
baby
bag?
in the suitcase. Stop it now.
Yeah.
Did it
Well,
beat?
she'd carry it round. And
My
people-
heart is
and she
beating.
was like 7 at the time, and she'd carry it around like this, and the amount of people that would be like double take, like what? Because it looked just like
This
a real
is
baby.
right.
Called it Jamie.
Have you done?
So,
have you ever
yeah.
done a car boot sale?
No, but
I
I
mean,
do
if-
like going to them.
I mean, if you want to really meet people in every type of personality, it's great for me. It's a great writing exercise. That's part of my, when I shop and when I go into shops, when I'm buying things for myself, part of it is being out and about amongst people, because that's how I write my stand-up. That's how I write characters. The people that you meet when you're shopping or out or or at somewhere like the car boot sale, it's such fun because you hear stories from people. You meet people who are interesting. You meet people who are completely unhinged. So it's the full range of
You get everything. You get everything and everyone.
You get everything. But if you're annoyed by people saying, "Will you take a £5 for a t-shirt on Vinted?"
Don't go there.
Don't do a car boot.
Well, I don't mind giving away my things for a £5, but not like the branded
No,
things. I
no,
think
not
at
the things
least a
where
tenner.
you know what they're worth, and
Yeah.
you want to kind of, and then you go, oh, well, I'll just keep that.
I've
If I
given up on
can't,
Vinted.
if I can't, but do you buy stuff on there though? I buy stuff on there a
No,
lot.
I've just given up.
I buy stuff like I'll go, ooh, that
Yeah?
is the So I kind
Maybe I'll
of
go back and have a look as a shopper.
not
as a
I
seller.
don't really sell. I shop on
Shop.
it. Yeah.
See, I've not experienced that yet. I'll definitely do that.
Yeah.
Do you have anyone that's quite difficult to shop for in your family or friend group?
Oh, hello, my sister.
Really? Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I said really, and I was like, sorry.
she has
Yes.
everything and every designer throwing everything at her. But there's a little special thing that I do, my sister does, and my mum does. There are a few things that we all will like the same thing and will share, and that will be an accessory.
Okay.
It will be a scarf.
Yeah.
It will be a handbag. And so there's often a purchase knowing that at some point I will be asking to borrow this.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're all going to share
I love
it.
that for me.
Yeah, of course. Look into your camera and give us some poses because I see the face
Okay.
and then
Okay,
go on.
I'm going to do something that...
Oh, I mean,
That's my blue steel thing. You want to
So-
ask me about that?
yes, because
You
on the
didn't-
days where I was on Hinge,
Yeah.
every guy,
Yeah.
the caption would be like my best blue steel. I don't know what was going on, but it was it was that look. So
Yeah, it's that-
tell me.
It's that sort of thing.
Where is this from?
There's a film called... Ben Stiller is in it, and it is called Zoolander.
Zoolander. Oh, I have heard of that. I haven't watched it.
It went out of my head.
Right.
Yes, Zoolander, and Ben Stiller is in it. And anyway, so he's an actor, quite a well-known actor. He's done lots of films, generally rom-com films.
Yeah.
And one day I was opening the paper, it was the Times, and there was this, and I see a photograph of me. And next to me is Ben Stiller. And it said, separated at birth, famous fashion designer and famous actor Ben Stiller, Ben DeLisi, blah, blah. And there was really a remarkable resemblance.
Yeah.
So ever since then, I sort of do my blue steel.
After that article, you can.